Greetings everyone, this is Eldad Amara back with another video. This video is entitled, Can I Ask the Government Some Questions? I'm sure that the general public has some questions they'd love to ask the government. After all, they're supposed to be there to represent us. We elect officials to go and represent us. But are these politicians, are the government listening to the general public? I got some questions I'd like to ask. Number one, did you vote for smart cities or 15-minute cities? I'm asking the general public this. Did you ask for smart cities or 15-minute cities? Did the government ask you if you're interested in having this? Number two, did you ask for CCTV for mass surveillance on the general public? Did you ask for this? Did you, as a member of the public, ask for this? Number three, did you ask for CCTV to be put in shops, watching your every move, watching everything that you're purchasing? Number four, did you ask for a checkout service in shops? So when you voted, did the government ask you if it was okay to put in checkout services in shops? On top of that, do you think that these checkout services may be preventing people from having jobs? Let me ask that question number four again. Did you ask for checkout services to be put in shops? Was this something that the government asked you about? Do you think that this checkout service might stop other people who work in the shops in the future from having jobs there? Number five, did you ask for smart meters to be put in your home? So the government is getting people to put these smart meters in their homes. But was this something that you voted on? Did you actually ask for this? Did they ask your consent? Did the government ask your consent for this? Number six, did you agree to iris scans in airports? Did you agree to being scanned and having to take your shoes off when you're in the airport and all your luggage searched and electrical items put into a different bag? Did you ask for this? Was this something that you voted on, or was this something that the government just went ahead and just implemented without your consent? Is everybody treated the same? Do politicians and VIPs, do they have to go through this when they're going through airports? Do they have to go through all the scanning, taking off their shoes, separating their electronic items, not to be able to go through checkouts with liquids? Are VIPs and politicians, are they treated the same? Do they have to go through all this? Number seven, do you know what a QR code is? Did you agree for this? QR codes came out in 2020. Did you ask for QR codes? Or was this something that the government just implemented? Did you vote for CBDCs to be implemented? Did you ask for CBDCs to be implemented by government? This is central bank digital currencies. Because right now they're trying to put a policy through government, right, for these CBDCs. Did they consult you about that as a member of the public? Seeming that this person asked you whether you want this or not. They're supposed to be there to represent you. They work for you, not you for them. I say it again, they work for you, not you for them. So, did you ask for these CBDCs to be implemented? Number nine, did you vote for a cashless society? Do you actually even know anything about cashless societies? Do you actually know what this is? Because somehow this will soon be enforced. Did you ask for that? Did you ask for cashless societies to be implemented? Do you actually know what they are? Cashless societies. For whose betterment is this going to be for? This is a question. I'm asking questions. So, these social media companies, before you start pulling down my video, it is okay, surely, to ask questions. Surely this is an inalienable right. This is a basic right to be able to ask questions. Even a child asks questions. If I can't ask a question, what kind of democracy then am I living in? Number 10. AI are taking some people's jobs. Did the government warn you about this? That AI is taking some people's jobs? Did the government consult you about this? Number 11. There are more censorship laws implemented now via social media. Were you asked by social media your views on this? Since they got more and more censorship laws, did they consult you about any of this? Restricting you from saying certain things on social media? And what kind of thing? Did they ask you your opinion about what types of things should not be said on social media? Or did the social media just go ahead with what they wanted to do? Number 12. Were you ever asked about GMO foods? Because now, in many supermarkets, there's GMO foods, genetically modified foods. Did anyone ever come and consult you about this? Or did the government just go ahead and just implement this GMO foods? Number 13. Did you vote for artificial foods to be made in laboratories? Because guess what? Now, the laboratories that are starting to make artificial food. Did you ask for this? Did anyone ask your consent? Number 14. Do you know what 5G towers are? Did you vote on this? Were you asked anything about this 5G towers? Again, in 2020, will these 5G towers start to be put up in certain areas, in places like schools and hospitals? Did you get consulted about this? Did the government ask your views on 5G towers? Do you know what 5G towers are? Do you know any effects that 5G towers may have on you? Did you consent to these 5G towers? Why is it that these 5G towers were being put up mainly at night time, not during the daytime? Again, I'm asking you, did you vote for these 5G towers to be put up? And do you know any possible dangers or effects from 5G towers? Number 15. Were you ever consulted by the local government or central government on your views about congestion charges for driving? Because that's causing a lot of stink right now, both in England and in Wales, about congestion charges for driving in certain areas. This is all supposed to have something to do with the environment and climate change and trying to make the environment better. But let me ask you this. Were you ever consulted by your government about congestion charges? Did anyone come and ask you anything about how you'd vote for congestion charges? Whether the government should implement this or not? Were you ever consented about it? Did you have a vote over it? Or did that thing just get implemented with nobody's consent? And also, how much money is fair in terms of fines for congestion charges? Did anyone ask you how much money? Did anyone ask you about how much money someone should be fined if they broke the rules on congestion charges? The tally, the rates? Anyone ask you about that? I don't remember being asked. Number 16. Did you agree to private companies using or selling your personal information? You see, sometimes when you go on the internet and you're doing searches for certain things, next minute you go on to another site and the very things that you were searching for are on there. If you're looking for certain holidays or you're looking for certain clothes and products, alright, this information sometimes are sold on, so your personal information is sold on to other companies. Did you know about this? Do you think that's right? Do you think that's fair? I'm asking questions. Again, social media, if you want to pull down my video, I'm going to say again, is it not okay to ask questions? Because even a child in school asks questions. Even a child asks her parents questions. Since some of you want to act like our parents, then I'm going to ask you a question. Is it okay to have your personal information sold to private companies and big tech? And number 17, do you think it is okay for unelected bodies to make decisions that could affect your daily lives? Do you think it is okay for unelected, not elected, but unelected bodies to make decisions that could affect your daily life? We live in a so-called democratic society where governments are supposed to represent us. We put them there to look after our affairs, and they get paid for this. But often, many seem to follow their own agenda without any public consultation. Therefore, are they truly democratic? Do we truly live in a democratic society? Tell me, what do you think? You see, right now, there's a lot of uncivil unrest going on within England, in actual fact the UK, and also worldwide too. Places like France, Italy, America. There's a lot of people who are discontented. So they're on the streets there now, protesting about certain things. Now, if the government was doing as what these people wanted, would they be protesting? That's why I asked the question, are we truly living in a democratic society? Because it seems that a lot of laws are being made without the consent of the general public. I ask again, can I ask the government a question? Social media, can I ask you a question? Please drop me a comment. This is Eldad Amara with another video. Over and out.